Hello, viewers. You're welcome to Heart Talk with Prophetess Usman Deborah Okubi. If you are just seeing my video for the first time, do well by subscribing to my YouTube channel so that you can get my messages on this platform whenever I drop one. And I can assure you that Heart to Heart Talk is an educative platform where you will learn a lot. You have nothing to lose for listening or being a part of this talk show because it's going to help you and help people who need to hear this talk around you. So today we are looking at a topic known as entitlement mentality is a time bomb. Yes, you heard me right. Entitlement mentality is a time bomb. Now, before we go into the details of this talk, it's important for us to know what entitlement means. Entitlement or entitlement mentality is a feeling that you deserve better or that you deserve a favor from another person, even when you have not actually done anything to earn that favor. So it's a feeling of wanting or seeking for special treatment in disfavor of other people around you. So it's not a good mentality for anybody to have. It is a narcissistic personality trait. It's actually a trait that needs to be dealt with. If not dealt with, it will come with a lot of consequences on the long run. So let's go down to the factors that brings about this mentality of entitlement. Number one, and which is the most basic aspect that needs to be nipped in the bud if you want to get over that entitlement mentality, is to look at it from the way your parents treated you while you were being brought up. Yes, we have some parents in the society who thinks loving a child is by spoiling the child. They believe that the only possible way they can express their love to their child is by over pampering them and giving them a sense of superiority over others around them. And when a child grows with this type of mentality, getting into the wider society, it becomes a very big problem to be able to build relationships and interact with people. For example, when you have children and there's this particular one that you always favor, you favor against the other ones. It may be with your own children or it may be with other children around you and the child in question. Maybe the child may be asking for something that belongs to another child, like a toy. He or she sees and wants it because anytime the child asks for anything, you give it to them. That is why I say it comes from the place of pampering a child during their upbringing. When they see things that don't belong to them, their interest is in that thing, even when they have something better than what the other person is carrying. So they tend to have this feeling like, Mom, I deserve this. So you as a parent who has always succumbed to the pressure of trying to make this child happy, even when you are supposed to take care of that character, will go out of your way to go and plead with this person to give up something that belongs to he or she to the child, so that the child will give you some peace. And in actual sense, you are causing more damage to the child. When this child grows up later in life, he or she will find it very difficult to accept challenges in life. He or she will find it very difficult to be selfless in relationship with other people. I don't want to go into more details because we are still going to get to the effects of entitlement mentality shortly from now. Then we are talking about the factors that gives rise to this entitlement mentality, and I have talked about the upbringing of a child from the onset. Now we are looking at another angle, whether adults solve the problem of those child for that child for them at the initial stage. If anytime a child is asking for something and adults volunteers to just give it to the child, that child will grow up with the mentality of I can always have my way. Yes, anything I ask for, I will get it. And this is a very detrimental character or attitude, so to say. Then the environment you grow in can also affect the way you reason in terms of feeling entitled to things. It can affect your expectancy from people. There are some places where anything goes, anything goes. So when a child grows in that kind of society, he or she may not know that having the feeling of the society owe me, or I am better than whoever that is around me, is dangerous. When they find themselves outside that kind of environment, it may be very difficult for them to adapt or leave. Now, I remember why back in our school days, yeah, I had this friend that each time she wants to uh, grant you a favor, she will ask you for another favor in return. These are characters of the mentality of entitlement. If every time an individual is concerned about what is going to benefit from another person in relationship, that is an attitude of entitlement mentality. We need to know that life is not always the way we want it. Life is not wired to favor you all the time. So sometimes you have to just be selfless, do things for people without expecting a reward in return. Yes, it still boils down to our parents. When you are sending your little child at home, maybe to get you a glass of water, you promise them sweets. You tell them, okay, if you get the water for me, I will get you sweets. I'll get you teddy. I'll do this for you and do that for you. I'll get you candies. At the end of the day, this child grows up with the mentality of, okay, whenever somebody needs assistance from me, he or she must in turn grant me an assistance. And help is not supposed to be something that is attached with any other ulterior motive. So that entitlement mentality is something that everyone needs to nip in bud, because if it is not properly handled at child the upbringing stage, it can grow to the level of maturity where you find it very difficult to mingle with people in your environment, and it even affects your career. So it's very important for one to know how to handle such kind of ideologies. It can affect your relationship. Now we are now talking about the effects of entitlement mentality. If you are relating with somebody and the person discovers that each time you are coming to maybe seek for help from him or her, you are coming to remind them of how they helped you in the past and now they deserve your help. Those kind of person, if it's somebody like me, I use myself as an example. Even if I'm in need of something and you are the only one that has that favor to grant to me, I will not come to you. Yes, I will not come to you. And in life, there's no man that is an island. You may be thinking you can live on your own when when your relationship with people are not okay, but it will surprise you that the time when you need people most in your life, they will not be around you because of this attitude of entitlement. You know, so entitlement mentality is very detrimental to our relationship with people, and the effect is that you see yourself as being superior to other people. Now trying to bring the spirit of inferiority complex to anybody that comes around you. You feel as if you are the only one that deserve the good things of life. No, it's not done like that. And we as human beings, we tend to stick to environments and places where we are treated right. Some people will be wondering, why is it that I have friends and they don't last? I get into a relationship, even marital relationship. I get into business relationships. And from the onset, it all looks perfect and good. But all of a sudden, things just turn the other way around. And these people that were so receptive to me suddenly begin to avoid me. Yes, it's this sense of entitlement. When you don't consider people, when you are trying to achieve your aim, is a very bad thing. Whenever you are trying to achieve your aim, you have to weigh the feelings of other people around you while you are doing those things. Don't be solely concerned about yourself. It's very destructive. It causes long-term damage when you live like rules don't apply to you, when you live like the whole world revolves around you, then you feel that uh, you can get what you want at any time. It's a very bad thing. And now we are going to now look at the results of this type of mentality. It brings about conflicts in relationship where, just like I have spoken about, you find it difficult to mingle with people around you. You discover that you have a lot of uh, enmity and issues with those people that you try to relate with. It brings about disappointment. Now, in life, when you do things without expecting anything in return, when you help somebody without expecting anything in return, you will not be disappointed when you don't get the type of feedback that you are expecting from whoever you have rendered help to or you are expecting to help you. When you live your life that way, you will be more at peace with yourself. You know, when you're doing things for somebody and all your expectation is that, okay, I'm using this as a key to or weapon to pin this person down so that whenever I need he or she to do something for me, she will have no choice or he will have no choice than to do it. It doesn't always work like that. Some people don't care. Some people don't remember what you have done for them in the past. All that they think about is the now. So if you are expecting because you help somebody about 2 days ago or a month ago to succumb to your own will when you want them to do you a favor, you are joking. When you are feeling as if, okay, I deserve this person's respect because I have been of help to him or her in one way or the other. Not everybody knows how to be appreciative. So you may get disappointed at the end of the day. In a nutshell, what we are saying is that entitlement mentality has more harms than advantages. Then it can cause depression. Yes, when you are expecting something and it doesn't come, and you put the whole of your heart to thinking about that thing, there is no how you will not have emotional breakdown. So you need to handle issue of entitlement. When you do favor to somebody and the person comes back appreciative, good. If he or she doesn't come back appreciative, you don't need to put yourself into emotional trauma. You don't need to beat yourself and tell yourself, I deserve better than this. You don't need to linger on that. You know that you deserve better, but you don't always get it from people because human beings have different understanding about life. Then people who have entitlement mentality, their career suffer. Even though we know that most times they have leadership traits, good leadership traits when they go for job interviews because of their confidence. It's very easy for them to get the job, but this mentality does not help them to sustain their jobs. When it comes to teamwork, they will not be there. They cannot stand challenges because the moment things are not working according to their desire, you will see that all their zeal will just go down. So nobody wants somebody who brings that kind of vibe, a negative vibe, into their professional field. So the solution to this issue of entitlement is to practice treating others as you would want to be treated, regardless of your social status. We should know that we are all human and we can fall short of um, characters and habits from time to time. Now, this issue of entitlement mentality, it didn't start in our time. It started long ago in the days of old. In the book of Genesis chapter 4 verse 1 to 16, we see the story of Cain and Abel. In fact, I personally will tag that habit or the character of entitlement as canine spirit. Now, Cain and Abel were the two sons of Adam and Eve, the first children of Adam and Eve. And at a point, God asked them to bring their their offerings to Him. Cain, who happens to be a farmer, went and brought his own gift or his offering, which were not acceptable to God. While Abel, who was a shepherd, went and brought the best of his offering to God, and God accepted it. And Cain was angry. And because of the feeling of entitlement, I deserve better than my brother Abel. I deserve it because I am the eldest. He went ahead to end the life of his brother. And God didn't pardon that. God demanded the blood of his brother Abel from him. This is the, let me say, the extremity of the mentality of entitlement. Anyone who is too entitled can do anything. Anyone who is too entitled can take another person's life. So it's something that must be handled. We are dealing with the solutions to entitlement mentality, and we have talked about you knowing that every man uh, deserves favor. Every man deserves to be given equal rights. Now we are looking at the aspect of respect. They say respect is reciprocal. It's give and take. You don't give what you don't have, and you don't expect people to give you what you don't have. So we should learn to respect people no matter their social strata, no matter their race, no matter where we find them. This way is the one of the way that we can overcome that mentality of entitlement. We should learn from our mistakes. Some people are not ready to learn from their mistakes. We should treat our failures as learning tools and not the end of life. We should never stop learning. Some people, once they get to an aspect of their life where the expectation is not met, they feel as if the world has come to an end for them. And they go into depression. Some even go into suicidal thoughts. Some go into the thoughts of trying to harm another person. So, from the discussions we've had so far, you can now see that it is important for you to handle your entitlement mentality. And in handling all of this, the first key step is that you must identify it in yourself. Some people have it, but they don't ever agree that they have this entitlement mentality. And the moment you have not been able to know your problem, getting a solution to it is very, very far. So I'm going to just end the video here. Stay tuned for another interesting segment that will be coming shortly from now. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye.